Hey, Drop Tech fans! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got some exciting news about Samsung's upcoming mid-range processors. Let's dive into what's new and what we can expect from their next chip, the Exynos 1580. Samsung's mid-range processors used to lag behind in performance, but they've made significant strides in recent years. With the launch of the Exynos 1380, Samsung began to close the gap, and it looks like they're not stopping there. Next year, we might see the release of the Exynos 1580, a chip that could rival Qualcomm's Snapdragon 888, their top-tier processor from 2021. Recently, a new Samsung chip, the S5E8855, popped up in the Geekbench database. This chip is expected to be named the Exynos 1580 and could be featured in the Galaxy A56 next year. Here's what we know so far. The Exynos 1580 comes with an 8-core CPU setup. It has one primary core clocked at 2.91 GHz, 3 high-performance cores running at 2.6 GHz, and 4 efficient cores operating at 1.95 GHz. In benchmark tests, this chip scored 1,460 points in the single-core test and 3,678 points in the multi-core test on Geekbench 5. This performance is impressive and puts it close to the Exynos 2100 and Snapdragon 888, which were the leading processors from Samsung and Qualcomm in 2021. What's even more exciting is the new Eclipse 540 GPU that comes with the Exynos 1580. This GPU is an upgrade from the Eclipse 530 found in the Exynos 1480 and is likely based on AMD's RDNA3 graphics technology used in the Galaxy S24's Exynos 2400 chip. The Eclipse 530 was already comparable to high-end mid-range Qualcomm chips, and the Eclipse 540 is expected to perform even better. The Exynos 1580 is said to include 4 Cortex-A720 CPU cores and 4 Cortex-A520 CPU cores, and it's internally codenamed Santa. We're hopeful that the Exynos 1580 will resolve any issues related to overheating or efficiency. The Exynos 1480 already features Samsung's 4nm technology, and it includes a 5G modem, GNSS, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.3, and NFC. The Exynos 1580 will likely come with these features or even some enhancements. As Samsung hasn't yet released a flagship chip made with its 3nm process, it's expected that the Exynos 1580 will not be a 3nm chip. We'll keep you updated with more information about the Exynos 1580 and the Galaxy A56 as soon as we get it. So, stay tuned. If you're in the market for a new mid-range phone right now, the Galaxy A55 is a fantastic choice. Galaxy S25. Samsung is also expected to release the Galaxy S36 and Galaxy A56 early next year. Let's dive into some fresh details, starting with the Galaxy A56. It looks like Samsung has really started focusing on the Galaxy A56, and here's why we think so. The Galaxy A56 recently appeared in the IONI database, as reported by SmartPrix. The listing even revealed the phone's official marketing name and model number, SMA566B-DS. Now, what does this tell us? Well, from the model number, we know that the Galaxy A56 will support 5G and have a dual SIM slot. This is a clear signal that Samsung is gearing up for the phone's official launch. What's powering the Galaxy A56? Well, it's going to be equipped with Samsung's Exynos 1580 chipset, model number Season 5 Episode 85, which was first spotted around 2 months ago. This new chip is expected to boost the phone's performance in a big way, thanks to advanced ARM CPU cores and an AMD GPU. It's likely built on either a 4nm or 5nm process and will feature 4 Cortex-A720 cores alongside 4 Cortex-A520 cores. One of those A720 cores will be clocked at 2.91 GHz, while the others will run at 2.6 GHz. Meanwhile, the A520 cores are expected to operate at 1.95 GHz. This setup should give the Galaxy A56 a solid boost in the mid-range segment. The Galaxy A56 recently appeared in the IONI database, as reported by SmartPrix. The listing even revealed the phone's official marketing name and model number, SMA566B-DS. Now, what does this tell us? Well, from the model number, we know that the Galaxy A56 will support 5G and have a dual SIM slot. This is a clear signal that Samsung is gearing up for the phone's official launch. What's powering the Galaxy A56? Well, it's going to be equipped with Samsung's Exynos 1580 chipset, model number Season 5 Episode 85, which was first spotted around 2 months ago. This new chip is expected to boost the phone's performance in a big way, thanks to advanced ARM CPU cores and an AMD GPU. It's likely built on either a 4nm or 5nm process and will feature 4 Cortex A720 cores alongside 4 Cortex A520 cores. One of those A720 cores will be clocked at 2.91 GHz, while the others will run at 2.6 GHz. Meanwhile, the A520 cores are expected to operate at 1.95 GHz. This setup should give the Galaxy A56 a solid boost in the mid-range segment. The Exynos 1480, which already uses Samsung's 5nm tech, features 5G, GNSS, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.3, and NFC. So, what do we know so far? Well, the Galaxy A56 has made its first appearance on Geekbench, a well-known site that tests how well devices perform. According to the results, the A56 scored 1353 in the single-core test and 3832 in the multi-core test. That's a bit of an improvement over last year's Galaxy A55, which came with the Exynos 1480 chip. Now, the A56 will feature the newer Exynos 1580 chip. This chip is built with 8 cores, 1 high-performance core, 3 mid-range cores, and 4 power-efficient smaller cores. This setup is designed to make the phone faster and more efficient overall. Along with that, it's going to have 8 GB of RAM and run on Android 15, making it smooth for multitasking and app switching. But here's something we're still curious about: the graphics performance. The Galaxy A56 will come with a new GPU, called the Exynos 540, which is expected to deliver better gaming and video performance than last year's model. On top of that, Samsung has promised that the new chip will improve the speed of their AI features, making the device smarter and more responsive. However, here's the catch: not everyone's happy about the Exynos chip. Some fans argue that Samsung should switch to Snapdragon chips instead, which are known for offering smoother and better performance. Even I think Samsung might want to consider putting Snapdragon chips in the A series. Many fans believe that the Galaxy A series just doesn't stand out like it used to, especially when compared to other brands that offer more features for the same price point. This frustration has even led some loyal Samsung users to jump ship and switch to other brands. Now, let's talk about the display. The Galaxy A56 is rumored to have a 6.7-inch FHD Plus Super AMOLED screen with a 120Hz refresh rate. This means you should get a super smooth and sharp experience whether you're scrolling through apps or watching videos. When it comes to the cameras, the A56 might come with a 50MP main camera, a 25MP secondary camera, and an 8MP third camera on the back. For all the selfie lovers out there, it's expected to have a 32MP front camera, so you should be able to take some pretty amazing photos and videos. As for the battery, it's said to be 5,500 mAh, which means you should get all-day battery life without having to constantly worry about charging. And when you do need to plug in, the A56 will support 25W wired charging, allowing you to power up pretty quickly. So overall, the Galaxy A56 seems like a solid mid-range phone with decent specs. But Samsung still has some work to do in terms of keeping all its fans happy, especially with that Exynos chip debate. The new Exynos 1580 chipset. Samsung launched this chip quietly, but the features packed into it are set to shake things up in the mid-range smartphone market, especially for the upcoming Galaxy A56 5G. If you're curious about the exciting upgrades and how it'll impact your smartphone experience, stick around. Let's kick things off with a look at what the Exynos 1580 brings to the table. This new mid-range chipset is equipped with an octa-core CPU, which features high-performance Cortex cores and reaches an impressive peak frequency of 2.9 GHz. Samsung's focus with this release is all about enhancing performance across the board. We're talking about improvements in CPU, GPU, and NPU performance. The Exynos 1580 is engineered to deliver smoother app performance, longer battery life, and increased security for users. But it's not all about speed. Samsung has also highlighted major improvements in camera support. If you're a fan of mobile photography, the Galaxy A56 5G might just surprise you with its enhanced camera performance. With this chipset, Samsung aims to provide users with a photography experience that's both improved and more versatile, helping you capture sharper, more detailed photos with ease. One of the most exciting changes is the shift in architecture. The Exynos 1580 adopts ARMv9 cores, moving from the previous dual cluster to a much more efficient tri-cluster setup. This new design includes a single Cortex A720 core clocked at 2.9 GHz for those high-demand tasks. 3 additional Cortex A720 cores at 2.6 GHz for balanced performance, and 4 Cortex A520 cores running at 1.95 GHz for optimized power efficiency. This tri-cluster architecture doesn't just boost the phone's power but also enhances security and offers smoother performance for everyday tasks, from multitasking to streaming. Samsung's built this chip using its advanced 4nm process, making it more power efficient without compromising on computing power. Now, let's talk about graphics. The Exynos 1580 is paired with Samsung's Eclipse 540 GPU, which brings a significant improvement in visual performance. According to Samsung, this GPU upgrade means 37% higher power efficiency than its predecessor, so you can expect console-level visuals without worrying about overheating or battery drain. With this advanced GPU, users are set to experience smoother visuals, reduced lag, and less stuttering, even with graphically intense applications and games. It's a big win for anyone who enjoys mobile gaming or streaming high-definition content. On the AI front, Samsung has equipped the Exynos 1580 with a 6-core NPU, which significantly improves AI processing capabilities. This NPU can handle a massive 14.7 trillion operations per second, which means enhanced real-time AI functions, from translating images instantly to summarizing complex content. This improved AI performance is designed to make your smartphone feel more intuitive and responsive, as it's capable of adapting and responding to your needs faster than ever. Whether you're using AI-based photography or interacting with voice assistants, this chipset has you covered. Samsung also mentioned that more Galaxy-exclusive features are coming to the Galaxy A56 series, powered by the Exynos 1580. This upgrade will offer more powerful multitasking, better gaming, and an overall smoother experience, making it an exciting option for those looking at mid-range devices. So, Drop Tech fans, what do you think about the Exynos 1580? It's clear that Samsung has packed some serious tech into this new chipset, which should bring an excellent balance of performance, efficiency, and enhanced photography to the Galaxy A56 5G. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you excited about these upgrades? If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tech updates. Also, make sure to click the bell icon so you never miss an update. We'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.